of those have been by 19 points plus. Texas comes in on a good trend of its own. The Longhorns have won 5 of 6, but dropped a game Saturday. Xavier Lee trying to penetrate, but cut off.
And you see on the first possession how hard it is to score at the rim against Florida, with Lee turning it over there, but Florida unafraid to have big starting guards.
Some veterans in this Texas starting lineup once again. Jordan Pope and Tremont Mark in the backcourt have played a lot of basketball, and there's Modest Boyka.
Going to try to wear him down throughout the course of the game.
Here's Chinyelu, one of the nation's best rebounders, and he knifes his way in to score around Boyka.
Yeah, just good
this season. Here's Tremont Mark, played in a Final Four for Kelvin Sampson at Houston his first year in college. That's a 3, and it's good over the top.
Florida team.
Chinyelu blows the bunny. He'll kick it back out. Boogie Fland coming off of a good shooting night. This time he drives, and he's able to. Texas can upset Florida here at home. Lee to Condon. Little push shot good.
He's really comfortable with that short.
Out to Lee. And Condon looking inside for Chinyelu. Size advantage against Heidi. Chinyelu no good. Mark is going to drive on Condon. Half spin. Swain playing with advantage on his left eyebrow. He's got 4 stitches. Caught an elbow at the end of that Georgia game. Pope good for 3. And possessions to build an early 4-point lead. Here's Howe, quiet so far. In and out. Boyka working against Condon, 6 in the shot clock. Goes to his left hand, and Heidi knocked it out of bounds. It's a Gators team, to your point, not only #1 in the league in defensive efficiency, 4th in the country. Nice back cut. Houck has great body control for Florida with Micah hand-locked. And this is the one area where Florida's defense, if any, takes a little bit of step back when they go to the bench. Kendall Weaver off the mark with the 3.
Early in games. I think he can do it right now with Fland on him. He's got the advantage.
That dribble went off of Klobuchar's foot. Condon with the breakaway dunk.
Florida's not just big.
Every bucket for Florida has been made inside the paint. Heidi. Nice finish around handlock. It's a couple of good minutes off the bench. Boyka will return at the next whistle. Klobuchar, a rare 2 for Urban Klobuchar.
Wrapped up in Coach of the Year type talk, but off of any type of Coach of the Year watch, even though he's the defending national champ and has led this Florida team to a heck of a run here in the
miss at the rim. Boyka with the block that time.
Well, Boyka defending without fouling. That is the next step in his game.
Tremont Mark from 15 and 1.
Lead the country at almost 3 and 1s per game, and they get it in a variety of ways. Sometimes it's Boyka, sometimes it's Mark.
Empty possession for the Gators. Here come the Longhorns. Wilcher to Swain. Swain downhill, jams it home. An advantage nearly midway through the first half. Houck through traffic, and he walked with it.
Without using their hands, showing their chest. That time they got away with one, but you can see the ball pressure they're trying to have.
Beautiful back cut by Tremont Mark, and an assist of Boyka has gone to each of the 2 media timeouts tonight on runs of 6-0 and 5-0 respectively. Another Florida miss at the rim, and then Chinyelu turns it into
it than the Florida Gators.
Gators are just 2 for 7 on layups so far tonight. 3-point play for Chinyelu. So we don't need to make 10 threes a game. We tell our guys, get on the glass, play great defense. Those are non-negotiables, and that can bail us out of poor shooting.
And that's exactly why he might be the Defensive Player of the Year in the SEC.
Stolen away by Swain. Hello and goodbye. Isaiah Brown drives on Mark and finishes.
Brown is
leaves it out, gets it outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mark working on Brown. Pull up 3 again. Second 3 from that same spot. Lee gets a step high off the glass and in.
Really nice move there, getting the ball screen and then just finish.
Nearly another turnover for Xavier Lee. Condon. What a finish.
Yeah, he's playing with a ton of confidence.
8 at one point. Boyka, what a matchup this is. Little chicken wing with the right arm to get just to
it is mano-a-mano in the paint.
Brown for three. He's got one at the rim and one behind the arc.
Any offensive rebound. So if you want to get the right amount of field goal attempts in this game, you better take care of the basketball, and a fun way for him to do it.
Empty possession that time for Texas. Climb shot can't finish. And the two teams red hot have had a couple of empty possessions. Florida with another crack at it, and there's a whistle.
Texas team, Coach Miller and Florida's team, we have to get off to better starts. And I thought the starters did a terrific job of that with the first 4 minutes.
What a play. Lob for Cody getting extra run tonight. They're without Osina Traore again. Expect him back any moment. Was not a participant today. Shimon Mark.
Coach are thinking, oh boy, we're about to catch this guy on the wrong night, because he doesn't need a lot of space, and at some point you start wondering if you need a double team. And so
looks miss was Condon's first and 13 attempts from the free throw line. Back on track with the makeup 50%. Boykatitis working on hand log to steps through, got fouled, and he's going to the line. Free throw rate, and he's at 72% in league play. SEC women's hopes come LSU. No good from Boykatitis on the second. Three. The previous 10 games, he was just 2 for 26 from deep.
Good to see him get a couple go in, and this team's culture, I think, is really solid. I was around this team in film this morning. Look at that battle down low for positioning. Chinulu and Boykatitis.
They come out of the perimeter this time, and a whistle on the drive.
Texas has done is shoot nearly 60%, put up 32.
It's one way Texas has been able to, with the exception of Nick Cody, who slides over to the 4th spot for Sean Miller's team. Well, Mark gives Texas 13 points a game. He is the 6th highest shot rate in the SEC in league games, and Nick Cody picks up in.
But it's been a plethora of people for Texas, whether it's Cody or Mark or Boykatitis, taking advantage of those one-on-one opportunities.
Land has a block by behind the bench, quickly waved Sean Miller off, said it wasn't worth it. It was a good call. Here's Mark. Short. Boykatitis the rebound. Boykatitis is. Alex Condon with the rejection. Here come the Gators. Fland in transition. Yes, sir. And Florida has tied it. Defense to offense. Lane.
And watch Condon. Condon can guard guards and then switch on the big. He's guarding everybody on this end of the court.
Swain, nice move. Great. Condon guarded by Weaver. Here's Houck. Very quiet first half for Thomas Houck. And another miss from three, and they'll get hand logged in with 14 consecutive makes from the free throw line in a single game.
Physical, toughest league in the country, holding his own. The player development.
The pace is Texas offense. 5 on the shot clock. Xavier Lee, former Princeton standout, gives it up to Condon from straight away. Why not? Alex Condon lost to the Longhorns.
White chocolate.
Lee finds a loose ball. 3-on-2 for Florida. Lee takes it himself. Longhorns have turned it over on back-to-back possessions. Boykatitis inside. A whistle, and they'll get Condon.
Try to put that first half behind them. It was okay for Florida. I thought a lot of it was more to do with what Texas.
Miller recruited Modest Boykatitis coming out of high school, and he was at Xavier. Boykatitis ended up at Florida Atlantic Athletic Conference. Pardon me, the American Athletic Conference has gotten more players rated by the SEC than any other league in the. So here's Swing. One more coming his way. As soon as we're finished here, we send.
It's a fun team to watch, and that should be a hectic pace with the pressing of the Aggies.
Waiting this weekend, and if not that, then a top 4 finish in the league and a double bye in Nashville. Late on the shot clock, another mid-range from Mark looking for Boykatitis. He is locked up with hand locked in. Another little shove, and Boykatitis with the bucket.
And really good high-low, but that'll look from the perimeter. If you're going to front in the post, you have to pressure the passer.
Here's Condon. Powered his way into a 5-footer and says, "You two."
On the perimeter, if they could just be average as opposed to below average, you could see another national championship.
Swain scores on Houck, and will go back. Swain makes it a three-point play.
And I do think they could certainly move themselves into that 2 seed.
4 on 3. Whoa, got away with a carry and then took it to the ground, and that'll be.
Every film room I've been in, they said you have to match his energy.
Behind the back after the steal, he gets spiked and another block. Florida, one of the best shot blocking.
Turning his ankle there. Lee not playing his best.
And another block, third on his possession, but Swain gets. Here's Brown on Pope. Klobuchar corner 3. He's at his best down there.
On the floor for Texas right now, so who do you go to?
Wilcher, no. Boykatitis, no. And Florida. And Brown with the rebound. And then 2. Texas trailed for 39 minutes in its road loss to Georgia on Saturday. Longhorns have won 5 out of 6. Swain, nice. High off.
And how both set to check back in.
Xavier Lee's got another one.
A really nice job without 2 of their best players on the floor in a unique lineup. They have not sitting on the right hand, make him go to his left where he's going to pull up.
Xavier Lee for 3. Got it. Couple of free throws and that big 3. Possession. Mark for 3. He made 3 in the first half. Heidi another rebound for Texas. And a floater good. Mark spin, 15-footer, yes sir.
Such a good one-on-one ISO player.
Lee into the corner, Klobuchar, got it.
That is later in the game.
So Florida still has 1 challenge remaining, but 2 timeouts. Here's Pope off the curl, that's a 2. And he's been in foul trouble of 4 or more. Pope beats Lee. That's another long 2.
Texas with a chance to take the lead in that category.
3 on the shot clock. Swain, floater from 14 feet is good.
He's going to have on their own. And Florida, that's their defensive recipe. Make you play one-on-one, which is why I was so intrigued with this matchup. Could Texas's strength overcome Florida? That's what Texas has also done a good job of. As Condon tried to get all the way to the rim with Chinulu ceiling.
Throws tonight. He hadn't missed in his previous 12 attempts coming into this game. Weaver blows by Condon, got a piece of it. Another block for Florida. 3 on 2. Lob. How?
How's the ankle? Goodness gracious.
For to play. Swain tried to fit it in, and they get Hauk for the foul. It this way. And he's blocked by Chinulu. 11th block of the night for Florida, 10th this half. Condon on the other end converts. Retains possession. Condon on Heidi.
That could have been a big. Now both on the bench. Can the reserves come sustain or build this lead?
RES down. 1 of 2 from the line for Boykatitis. Kept alive by. And John Calipari went to Arkansas last year and now in a Florida uniform, and he converts them both. And Missouri helped him in the conference race by knocking off Tennessee last night. Flan for 3.
Well, he was ups. Most of them contested and tough finishes in the second half. And this is within 3 feet of the basket. That's 10% better than the D1 average. So they are very confident when you get to the rim.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Lee, deep 3, and that might be the dagger for the Gators.
Midway through the second half here, but the way their defense has stepped up, and they did it with unique lineups with foul trouble, and they're hitting on all cylinders.
Pope has it stripped away. Here come the Gators. Brown, two-hand, head above the rim. Nothing there. Alan Swain all the way coast to coast.
There have been a few ups and downs, But when you look what he's done the last 3 games now, there's nobody putting up.
Number 4 Texas play host to Georgia right here at Moody. Texas 17-0 at home this season.
When you think about Flan getting it going from 3. Of course, the front court always playing with a ton of confidence, as they should. Lee with a much better opportunities on that schedule as well. That would give them 11 in the regular season. And the job they had, unable to close out some of those big games, and he was open and honest, said, look, the margin for error.
Here's Lee. And with 5 on the shot clock, Boogie Flan turns it into a floater, and he dropped.
And dared them to try to beat them with one-on-one play. Really strong performance by Florida, even if it wasn't the prettiest of the season.
A 13-point win for Florida in the second half, and they turn it on late, suffocating Texas, not allowing a field goal over the last 7 minutes and 27 seconds. It is a 2